back with a Stash Bash with Rachel and Kelly layout. We are delayed just a couple of days this month just because September 1st caught up with both Rachel and I, and we just weren't really ready, so we decided to delay it a couple days so we had time to do this during our Labor Day holiday in the United States. So that's why we're just a couple days later than we normally would be. So today I'm going to scrapbook these two photos, and they are of my female cat. Her name is Lucy. And this is her, like, she doesn't do this as much anymore, but she was sleeping for the first 2 or 3 months underneath my antique buffet, which I actually use as a TV stand. And it was weird. She's never done anything like that before. So I took these photos because she was there. So this is a more close-up version. They're really the same picture, but this is more close-up, or almost the same picture. This is more close-up, and then this is a little bit further away, so I know exactly what it was and can kind of remember, although I will remember the story. So I'm thinking about layering these somehow. I'm not sure if it's going to be this way or the other way, but that's that. And then because we're doing 6x6 or 6x8 pads, I found some photos I wanted to work with, which is these, and then went through my 6x6 and 6x8 pads, which this is what I have for mine, which is not a horrible stack, but it is a stack. These are 3 journaling ones from Schmel I need to use, and then these are Bella Boulevard ones with just colored paper. The rest of them are basically collections. So I keep them right on my desk just to my left hand to try to remind myself to use them, although I will admit I'm not totally good about doing that. But today we're going to work with this Vicki Boutin pad, and I'm going to pick out, so there's a bunch of paper here. I do like this heart paper, and then that's kind of nice because that would set that off. This color is sort of in this heart paper. Let's see, I kind of like this because it's goes with that, but maybe not so much. So I'm going to try to really work with my papers being papers from this collection. And now you can also, you know, obviously I can bring in some more solids, which that I want this to be on this side so you can see the rainbow effect. But this is, I kind of like that solid. The one thing that's nice about these papers too is they are double-sided. This is a nice one too, but I think I'm going to use the heart just because I love her. This is a script that says like howdy, hello, that kind of stuff. So this could be another one if I wanted something on that side. There are little cards in here as well. I'm actually kind of liking that because it's a little bit more patterned as well. I actually like that better than just this plain one. So I'm not sure that all of those are going to work. I'll keep these handy. I also have this pattern in here too, which would be kind of easy. It's on the back of this, which I've used a couple of times before, so I'll keep that out. I also have my die cuts from Vicki Boutin. I have some chipboard, some stickers, more chipboard. Like, if I can get this on, this would be awesome. It says I followed my heart and it led here. That would be funny. And then I need some sort of background for that. And I'm not sure what I'll do here. I was going to look and see. So these are my full sheets of paper, mostly. And I do have journaling cards in here as well. So, you know, one of these might work. Like that one of the kind would be perfect to describe her. If you have cats, you know that about them. Just going through my scraps here until I can get to my full-size papers. Okay. So I have this blue. That would have been a great background. You don't want to use this because it's too close to that middle paper. Here's the big version. I should be grabbing this so you can see it closer. Yeah. These are double-sided. I do like this hot pink, but it can't be anything too highly patterned, or there's that brown. That might work. Let's see. Because it would pull in. This is like throwing me because I haven't cut the strips off. That's not a bad one. This is the one that says Howdy Hello. It's the version of that other one I was looking at. Now, here's some black, which I kind of like that even. Red's too close. Let's see. There's Say Cheese and this camera print, which I really like that camera print. Oh, there's this navy, purpley navy stripe here. That might be a nice one to set that off. Don't think I want to do yellow. There's the black we saw before. And these are all pretty. Yeah, that's too much pattern and it's the wrong color. Okay, so that's paper-wise where I'm at, but I keep thinking about this and the blue. So I'm going to go grab a blue cardstock and throw this into the mix as well, which gosh knows, it must be an unusual day if I've got some blue cardstock. Okay. So I kind of like that too. But I think what I'm going to need to do is get some of this stuff chopped off first and chopped up and decide what I want to do for papers from there. I think it's going to be a little hard for me with all this pattern in here. Not that I'm not going to have a lot of pattern, but there's even more pattern. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and then I will start actually scrapbooking and making some decisions. So just so I don't forget, before I really start the process, make sure you go over to Rachel's channel. I will have that linked in the description to see what she's doing with her 6x6 or 6x8 paper pads. So I decided to use the turquoise one to mat the photos. That is the Vicky Bouton Kaleidoscope 6x8 pad, as I was talking about. So all four of these papers are going to be from that Kaleidoscope paper pad. And so I'm just trimming them up so I can kind of lay them out and get an idea of what background I want to use. So I've trimmed off the strip that holds them all together and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really liking just these two papers together. And I decided ultimately, as much as I did like the kind of blue one, I really liked the brown. I think there's so much brown in the photo with that piece of furniture above Lucy that I really decided just to stick with that. I was thinking about using that kind of red color. The black, maybe because of her, but it doesn't work. I thought that was too much white or creamy colors, and then I realized, oh wait, that black. Tried the camera print, which I knew wasn't going to work, but I did it anyway, right? So just trying a couple different things to see if I like them, just different arrangements. And again, just pulling them out. I sort of like that, but just because of the black paper there. Toyed with maybe doing 4 of them. And then I would, if I had done that, I would have cut them and then put them a strip of them at the bottom as well too, so you could see the whole paper. I decided to use my Memento Dewdrop ink in gray flannel to really get the edges of these papers. And this one is drying out, so it's not very juicy. I really should just get a re-inker for these things now that I think about it. And so then I used a new pad. I really wanted this to have an edge and I really wanted it to be distressed. Could have used brown here as well too. That would have worked. My vintage photo would have been great on this as well, just because there's so much brown in the photos. But I think I wanted something darker because of Lucy. And I do love that, you know, I love her, so that's cute that we have the heart. Thinking about maybe getting, this is from a tag book of the Storyteller collection. And I realized I really wanted the purple and the blues to be towards the bottom. So I decided I didn't like that on the top. And then I found, here's that chipboard saying that says, followed my heart and it led here. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put that. And then I like that black arrow because she's black and that brings it out and it points to her because that's really the subject of this layout here. And just getting down, my paper's not very securely, but just getting them down. And really, basically, I trimmed up the middle one and then left the other two as they were. So if you didn't know that there were such things as 6x8 paper pads, you would have thought that I trimmed them to be that way. So I do like that a little piece there that says New Places. I'm trying to think about how I can get that in here. But it just, I don't feel like it's going to work. So not when I have 3 spots of embellishment, because I have that other word strip that says favorite things to do. And then I saw that arrow and I just thought that was kind of cute, you know, because I have the arrow pointing to her. And so that was kind of fun. And then I took one on the bottom and it's not really pointing to her. It's just a fun curly arrow to carry out the theme. Looking here, I think this is Storyteller, if I remember correctly, stickers. And then I remembered I had some cork hearts. So I added one of the small ones into each of those clusters of embellishments. Kind of played, there is a larger size, but I thought that just called way too much attention to itself. I really wanted it to blend more in the background. I do like how it brings the brown forward. There are some more kind of brown hearts in that kaleidoscope paper, but it really definitely helps bring the background paper in to the layout, into the foreground of the layout. Doesn't feel quite so much like the paper's just sitting on top of that. That sounds silly, but that's how I feel. That's what it does for me anyway. All right. So just getting this all figured out here. Okay, so we got that one down, and I am having to put those on. Oh, by the way, I should be telling you the chipboard here is from the Vicki Boutin Let's Wander collection. It's American Craft Stickers chipboard. So that's what the arrows are and the phrases, and then the hearts are from Redefined Creative. I don't know that you can even get those anymore. I've had them for a little while. So then I decided I want a title on this, and I'm going to do it in black. Again, to just bring attention to Lucy, because she's black, and I think it gives you a little bit of a focus to the layout. I think it really helps focus your eye into the mats of the photo cluster with the pattern paper there. I hope that makes sense. This alphabet is American Craft Stickers. It's the Amy Tangerine Shine On collection, which is an old collection, the Twilight Thickers. They may still be available somewhere else, though. It was nice I did not have to MacGyver any letters for this one. I so often do have to do that. All right, so that's all done. And then there was a geotag in this set, so I thought, how perfect, because I'm talking about a favorite spot. And if I hadn't done some of the other clusters, I probably would have added in more geotags here. So then I'm grabbing these matte dots from Freckled Fawn. They were just in I did a sale with a bunch of dots, and these black ones came in that sale. I'm running out of black dots. I'm really liking now buying one color or multiple shades of the same color on one in one package of enamel dots. I think it's easier to keep track of what you have. I know some people cut them apart and do things that way. I don't want to have to do that because I like my current storage for them, but I like the single colors. So there is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Again, don't forget to check out Rachel's layout, and we will be back with Stash Bash again next month. Bye everybody, hope you're well.